Hey, this is Jacob Knowles from the Green Roundtable and Nexus here in Boston. We're at nexusboston.org if you want to find us on the web. And I'm just doing a quick speed training for you contractors, subs, and suppliers out there who are a little confused by some of the requirements around LEED for materials credits, specifically today about the recycled content. So the GC is going to be tracking the materials credits in a spreadsheet, and they're going to have each of their materials from their construction specification divisions listed on here with an actual material value. They're going to then need to calculate, based on what the subcontractors provide them, the recycled content value for their credit for LEED certification. So they're going to be asking for their subs and suppliers to provide them with what we call a materials credits documentation sheet. So if you have something that's pretty straightforward, like steel, that might be an easy job. But if you've got something that's an assembly made of multiple materials, such as gypsum wallboard, you're going to have to figure it out in a little bit more involved manner. For example, the gypsum is potentially going to have 100% pre-consumer recycled content. That can be from coal-fired power plants. And the paper facing on the gypsum wallboard, that can also be 100% recycled content from post-consumer paper waste. Now what's interesting is that LEED gives you 100% of your credit for post-consumer content, but they only give you half credit for things that haven't gone through the consumer cycle yet. You're going to have to list the weight of the product, so if the gypsum is 95% of the weight of the gypsum wallboard and the paper facing is only 5%. And you want to make sure that you're adding up these assemblies so that all of the parts add up to 100% down here at the bottom. Now what happens when the GC goes to their spreadsheet and puts their 5% post-consumer and 5% post-industrial, again that's coming from the fact that 5% at 100% is 5%, and 95% times 100% is 95%. That's how those two numbers are arrived at. You multiply the material credit cost for the project by those percentages, this one of course being at half the value, and you end up with your result. Those are then tallied and you see what percent of your overall recycled content is in comparison to your overall construction cost for the materials themselves in the project. Again, I'm Jacob Knowles from the Green Roundtable. Thanks for joining me, and you can find us at nexusboston.org.